I'm Scott Ott, and here's a thought. I'm J. Egbert Snifflebottoms, spokesman for the Board of Trustees of the University of Missouri, with a word for parents of college-age children. The world, as you know, is a terrible, dangerous place filled with ignorance, bigotry, and hate. In other words, filled with people. But here at the University of Missouri, our mission is to provide a safe refuge from the world. Mizzou, as we like to call it, aspires to serve as a gilded secular sanctuary from the rough and tumble of human interaction. It's a place where the best and brightest of our generation may repair to cloister themselves from the villains of verbal venom and vitriol. Out there, if a man besmirch your good name or your race, you might overlook the offense, verbally take him to task, report the assault to authorities, or threaten to thrash him with your bare hands until he learns civility. But here at the University of Missouri, when someone commits an act of verbal bigotry against your child, neither he nor you need to do anything. The university itself will offer up an innocent third party to bear the consequences of that sin. You see, that's why we're so excited about the forced resignation of former university president Tim Wolfe. Wolfe had to go. But not because he failed to remedy what thousands of years of nominal civilization have failed to accomplish, to drive hatred from the human heart. No, Tim Wolfe was jettisoned because he neglected to appear publicly as if he sincerely intended to purge our campus in a matter of days from that timeless fact of life we call hatred. Some of the perpetrators of these racial incidents have yet to be taken into custody or even identified, but Tim Wolfe should have immediately held a tearful press conference the moment he read that Facebook post of the uncorroborated anonymous racial incident off campus. He should have cried. Oh, how he should have wept like a baby with a burning rash in his loins. In another incident, one perpetrator was, in fact, identified and kicked off campus and then subjected to a conduct review, but Wolfe should have first handed him over to the protesters to mete out justice democratically at the public pillory. Oh, sure, Wolfe visited the hunger-striking protester Jonathan Butler, but Wolfe continued to take his own meals on a regular schedule, rather than pretending to starve himself to death along with Butler. When the Missouri Tigers football team went on strike, Wolfe should have immediately volunteered to cook their meals, administer their vigorous massages, and to launder their filthy athletic supporters. Worst of all, Tim Wolfe offered to open a civil dialogue with the protesting students. That was the final straw. After all, this is an institution of higher learning. What could be more offensive than dialogue at a university? As all postmodern academics fully understand, dialogue is a debunked vestige of that disaster we call Western civilization. Our students demand, yes, they require, symbolic gestures, immediate capitulation, and human sacrifice, and Tim Wolfe failed to lead them from behind. Oh, sure, the administration launched investigations and offered mental health counseling 24/7 to traumatized students, publicized the reporting mechanisms for incidents of bigotry and bad conduct, appointed a new vice-chancellor for diversity, and even made a YouTube video decrying hatred and calling for its annihilation. But all of these are concrete actions. The administration neglected the more important, albeit vacuous gestures, empathetic listening sessions, and sincere drum circles, preemptive capitulation to student demands, and symbolic prostration before the throne, yea, the altar of Saul Alinsky, and the waiver of student tuition, fees, and marijuana restrictions. You see, people don't care how much you do, as long as they know how much you seem to care. I assure you, parents, that when you send your student to our halls of erudition, you may do so with confidence. From now on, we will shield them from all the discomforts and disappointments from which you have insulated them these 18 years. And if even one of those dear children should be inadvertently confronted with the ugly face of bigotry and hate, we will rise up on our haunches in righteous indignation and declare unequivocally at Mizzou, reality is not welcome here. I'm Scott Ott, and there's a thought.